let's get settled in here. So this went viral a couple of days ago, and I would like to talk about it because it's hilarious. So without further ado.
Career conference for females in tech was taken over by male attendees.
They were there just purely for the career fair.
And so were you.
Social media clips filmed at the Grace Hopper, the world's largest gathering of women technologists, show men standing in line to meet with recruiters.
This is a space for women in tech.
Good for you.
This is one of those few limited resources that isn't for you, it's for us.
Wanna bet?
Some of the male attendees reportedly lied about being non-binary just to get in.
And how do you know that exactly? There's no empirical evidence to suggest they're lying, seeing as this is all based on feelings, and seeing as you can't test those, tough shit.
But it's interesting that the large majority of the people that actually ended up in the event had name tags with he, him, and have no searchable history of identifying as non-binary.
What? You mean a number of people assumed a certain identity because doing so would benefit them in some way? No, no one would ever do that.
Several tech workers defended the men for trying to capitalize on job opportunities not meant for them, saying that the entire concept was wrong.
Based absolutely agree. There is so much fun to unpack here, but I actually encourage the blokes, and I'll tell you why. So let's start with the most obvious, common sense, rational observations of reality, shall we? Which means it's going to be highly politically incorrect, very volatile, and will likely induce a coma into almost half the population. Men and women are not the same. One is clearly better.
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Now, with that being said, we need to have a discussion about power and the realities of the sexes, right? Men and women have a nature. The nature of man is to build, conquer, and dominate. The nature of women is to submit, nurture, and accommodate. High trait agreeableness. Again, reality of the sexes. These two sets of features gel together for obvious biological functions, i.e. furthering the species, also providing governing models. Either of those two sets of qualities taken to the extremes can result in bad consequences, with men often in war, but also conquest and conquer. As the song lyrics goes, destruction leads to a very rough road, but it also breeds creation. It can and does break people, but from its bloodiness, iron can be forged. Greatness can and does emerge from conflict, because when you boil it down to the simplest component, it can be summed up in one word: competition, the natural domain of men. With women, on the other hand, their extremes create dependency because over-nurturing produces weakness. There is nothing beneficial for their extreme, which naturally creates societal problems, which leads us to power. The nature of men is a complement to power. The nature of women is an antagonist to power. As the saying goes, men make houses, women make homes. Men must make the structure so women can thrive in that structure. You know what kind of says a lot about our society that this duty of males to care for women is problematic? Then again, the Western world is also clearly going insane. These two forces must work in harmony, not in competition. It doesn't work that way. This is the reason why the males must hold power, because it's functional. It is their natural duty as males. Now, when it comes to leftist movements, which have been continuous for over 100 years, women were seduced by power, much like they were in the Bible. Satan tempted Eve. Women don't have any actual power. No, they were just the temporary pawns that felt like they did. But in reality, they would end up being complicit in their own demise, which is how you know they never wielded any actual power. Let me elaborate on that. Men know this pretty sure almost instinctively. When you have power, the first thing you look for is who is going to try and take it from you. Your first immediate analysis is potential threats. With the leftist movements, this never occurred to females, because they were the pawns who by nature try to accommodate everything, which, if you're a male, you know is an impossibility. Factions are destined to clash. When the left was trying to blow up gender and accommodate the spastic new wacky academia tried to pull out of its ass, anyone would sense when this is really stupid and it's going to backfire really badly, which in turn gave rise to the TERFs, because again, you can't accommodate everyone. Even the TERFs knew this. On a side note, do you guys know why the left attacks everything? Aside from the fact they're deconstructionists and effectively one-trick ponies, it's because without someone to attack or blame, they would have no cohesion whatsoever. They'd eat each other alive. But anyway, I digress. To go back to the old quote again, destruction leads to a very rough road, but it also breeds creation. The kicker here is this: those who publicly aided in the destruction of the old ways neither aided in the creation of the new. They were but the temporary pawns for its mobilization, not the ones who wield actual power. which means they never considered any actual threats. So it is wide open for exploitation, which means men are going to take advantage of it. So after goodness knows how many years of denying basic reality, ushering along the stupidest gimmick for political fifis, now these ditzy ones are suddenly feeling the need to make their voices heard, as if anyone is going to do anything but laugh. If anyone can identify as anything at any given moment, especially as something wacky that will shore up the diversity quotas but still carry all the real-world features that males will call home, your ideology is going to blow itself up the hell and gone and ironically return to a world of male dominance, seeing as this is inevitably destined to make everyone else redundant. So well done! Cheers for watching, and once again, I apologize for nothing.